What's up guys, it's Brad from GBH Media here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video on how you can use sound design to recreate an environment that you don't have the budget for. And I know a lot of filmmakers starting out forget the importance of sound design, but you can really push your creative limits with sound design to push a story to a place that you wouldn't normally be able to get on a tight budget. I remember about 7 years ago I saw a war film by Nick Laurent called Hollow, and I was really impressed with the authentic feel of the film despite, the super small budget that he had. So I actually sent him a message on YouTube and I asked him, how do you create such an authentic feel on such a tight budget? And he responded, and his number one tip was to use sound design to create what you don't have the budget for. And this tip that he gave me has stuck with me ever since. Whenever I have an idea and I think I don't have the budget to create it visually, I always think, how can I use sound design to still create the story and to push it to its limits. Now, there are an infinite number of ways you can use sound design to alter the environment and feel of your scene. If you're filming a war film, your sound effects can be quite obvious. You can add things like distant explosions, machine gun fire, helicopters, jets, and so on to make the audience feel like they're in a war zone, right? But some scenes, the sounds are less obvious. For example, maybe you're trying to create an environment of a dingy back alley. Then maybe you want to add some sounds like, dogs barking in the background, or sirens, police sirens. Maybe you're trying to shoot a film with a romantic dinner sequence in the exterior of a restaurant. Well, depending on the location of the restaurant, for the story, you could add, birds chirping, a gentle breeze, and maybe an ambient soundscape of people at the restaurant talking. You could add some sounds of glasses and silverware being moved around, things like that, to create kind of an authentic feel on a budget. So if you don't have a budget to shoot in a big restaurant, you can limit your coverage, and then you can actually use sound design to help the audience imagine what is around the characters in your scene. So to finalize this video, I'm going to go ahead and break down the beginning scene of a short I shot about 5 years ago called Life After. And the beginning scene of the film is supposed to be the beginning of the zombie outbreak. But at the time, we had no actors for the zombies, so we decided to utilize sound design to create this chaotic feeling. The film is pretty old, so I added a few new sound effects just a few minutes ago to make it a little more interesting. But in general, this is just one example on how you can use sound design to your advantage. Let's give it a look here.
Can the world move on after this? I can barely remember how the world was before, let alone think of how we could possibly repair it.
So as you can tell, I have layers of zombie screams, yells, a car crash, and then some sirens in the background to kind of recreate the feeling of chaos. It's not entirely perfected, but I hope this gives you a good idea on how you can use sound design to emphasize an environment or feel you're trying to recreate with your film. Anyway, that's it guys. Be sure to like this video if you thought it was helpful. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. The GBH Media Facebook page is in the description below if you want to like it there to get the latest updates. Feel free to do so. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.